Hi, Julia. How are you doing? Good afternoon.
Hi, team. Can you hear me?
Yes, I
Hello.
can hear you, Julia. Great to see you once again. Thank you for taking out time for us.
Thank you so much for having me. It's always a great pleasure to connect with the students and to talk about the exciting topics that we have for them every time.
Fantastic. So, today, what are we going to talk about?
So today, the topic of our conversation will be mainly business analytics as a highly demand STEM program, and we even go a little bit above and beyond the Rutgers University because we understand that students have different profiles and they might be curious about different opportunities, where to apply. And because, with my experience, I've been working with international students for, I would say, probably like, last 10 or 12 years. And I also, work with different schools, the business schools, STEM designated programs. So I just wanted to highlight, a couple of different options for students here today. So we'll talk about the business analytics, the opportunities, the market, the job prospects, about the career options, as well as, then we'll go into a couple of more details with the several universities. So to give students an opportunity to choose then and to apply after this session, hopefully.
Wow,
Does it?
that's fantastic.
Yeah.
That's quite a list. So, I'm really excited for today's event. And although we have a few people who are yet to join in, but let's do a different thing today. Why don't you tell us about OPT and CPT, and how can universities that you offer can help our students with that?
Definitely, the OPT and CPT is something that is we can cover as well. In fact, I think I prepared as well a slide for all the students. Just give me a moment, so I can show what OPT and CPT is, what's the difference. So we can talk a little bit about that as well because we always get this question, and it's something that, again, students should understand when they go to study in the United States. So I just wanted to kind of, get a little bit of a clarity, like, are we having a graduate student here, or is it undergrad and grad, like what kind of crowd we have today?
So, we can ask our counselors and all our viewers over here if you can please write in the chat. Are you here for master's programs or are you here for bachelor programs? Feel free to come and interact so we can have a good session today.
Absolutely, yeah, that's what we want. We do want a interaction with you. So are you looking for the grad programs? That's the poll that you guys running. That's
Oh,
awesome.
I'm sorry, we put the wrong poll instead. So let's ask everyone to just write the answers in text if they can
Perfect.
write in the chat box. It's masters or bachelors. Oh yeah, UG or graduates. So we
Both.
have
Okay,
both
we
now.
have a little bit of both, right? Looking for masters. Okay, because if it's like students are looking for the bachelor degree program, we can also talk about that a little bit. Again, across, like, different universities, we can offer bachelor degree programs. But anyway, to answer your question then, about the work visas for international students, OPT and CPT. So technically, a student in the United States does not receive a work visa when they finish their education, but instead that they can instead the student visa, the F1 student visa, includes a work authorization for the student. as an international student in the United States, your student visa, it's typically F1, outlines specific conditions and requirements for working in the United States. Like, you can work as a student on campus 20 hours a week, and then you have an extension with STEM programs like business analytics, for example, up to 36 months then to stay in the United States and to practice get work experience and practical experience related to your major. So if you want to gain more work experience in the US, after your student visa or your OPT extension is has finished, you can then apply for the work visa extension. Technically, again, that's something that you will be working with the designated students officers on campus. They will be guide you on that. There is the whole, like, a student services office that will help you with that, will guide you with, will help you with every step on the way, how to extend your student visa, what's required for the OPT. And again, OPT is something that you do after you finished your education, after your master's or after your bachelor's. If your program is STEM designated, it's up to 36-month, your OPT extension. And then there is also CPT, which stands for the curricular practical training. That's something that you do during your program, and it needs to be related to the topic of your study, like business analytics, data management, or like some data modeling, data visualizations. Okay, so again, you can do part-time employment as an international student in the US. Your visa will allow you to work a part-time on campus while you study 20 hours per week. And it's generally, it's very common for international students to apply for their own campus jobs. And again, for on-campus and off-campus opportunities and employment, there are some specific rules. And with the curricular practical training, or CPT, that's your practical experience on your student F1 visa, you can even work off campus after completing one academic year of your study, but it needs to be approved by your department, by your advisor, by your professors, and you need to have then like a job, or a practical training job that is, again, related to your major, to your topic of study. And it could be like during the summertime, for example, up to like 6 to 8 weeks. You can do a curricular practical training, CPT, related to your major, even off campus, which is fantastic. Those kinds of opportunities, I think, always attract international students to the United States. And of course, the universities that we work with, they are great with international students. They are supportive, and they know how to guide you on these immigration requirements, on these rules. Okay. So let me know if you have any questions.
Well, that's fantastic. I was wondering if we could start with, the topic of the day, that you could explain us about the MBA and the MS in business analytics, and how the courses are structured, what are the career prospects and everything. So over to you, Julia. Thank you.
Great. Thank you so much. I'm just looking at the chat box. There are so many responses here. So again, welcome everyone. I'm super excited to be your host today and to talk to you mainly about the business analytics program, but we also have a fantastic program. If anyone is here for the MBA degree, an MBA program, we can also talk about that. And again, because the topic is STEM, business analytics, STEM, we have a fantastic MBA program that is STEM designated in one of the universities in New York here with us. So let me see if I can share my screen with you guys, and then I'll start talking about the your future opportunities in the United States. And I think would be also helpful to sort of, like, if you can put on the chat box, maybe your profiles, because then we can go through the profile assessment as well. And give you the options that you can be eligible for, you can apply for. Okay. So that's something that I would like to know from you. Right. So without any further ado, let me share my screen, and I'll go through the details with you today. So just open it full screen. And again, no question is a bad question here, and just be active and proactive, because this is about the opportunities for you. So like I said, we've been working with international students for quite a long time. I myself, like had lots of experience working with international students, traveling to India, Pakistan, Bangladesh. I've been to Latin America, Middle East, Africa, and I've familiarized myself with students' profiles. So we do believe we can be a useful resource here for all of you, right? So mainly, like I said, the topic is for business analytics because it's a growing trend, and I'll show you the numbers, why business analytics or data management field is a good field for our students, as well as, MBA programs are traditionally very popular in the United States, but not every university has a STEM designated MBA program. So that is why if you're looking specifically degree in STEM, and like we discussed, the STEM designated programs offer students extension, stay back in the United States for up to 36 months. So what versus non-STEM program only have 12-month stay back after completion of your degree. So here are the 5 reasons why you should consider your career in STEM, right? When you choose your program in business, for example, so first of all, check, if this is the STEM designated program. So high salaries, you sort of like, of course, looking for the return on the investments. When you pay for your degree, and the education is not for free. We know that there are some scholarship opportunities, but it's something that still you need to invest. You need to prepare a budget, and that's something that we can also discuss today. But then many students at the graduate level especially asking us about like the return on the investment. What's the timeline? How and when, how soon can we get the money back? So this is the answer to you. If you're applying for a business program like a business analytics, MBA, also a STEM designated program, so the return on the investment is pretty high, and salaries in that field are the highest salaries in the world, and the medium salaries are between like $58,000 up to like 110 $1,000 per annum, dependent on the role, dependent on the experience, dependent again on your maybe area of concentration. But with the STEM designated program, you have a job security as well. So of course, if I was a student and I would be choosing any degree or major that to study right now, I would be looking at the prospects. What is the trend? What industries need? What maybe I have a dream company, like maybe Google is my dream company to work for, or maybe Apple. What are they looking at? What kind of roles and specialists? So again, this is like through the I think pandemic also, we've seen it a lot, that the STEM skills and the STEM roles and business especially are essential for any organizations, because they're keeping organizations alive. They're keeping them they're keeping them afloat and maintaining, helping them to maintain a smooth operation. So even in education sector, we relied a lot during and after the pandemic on the on the data, on analyzing like students' behavior, analyzing strengths and the students' mobility. So what kind of courses student be looking to study? So again, this is back to your maybe question, how can I make sure that I have a security in finding the job? So again, STEM roles in business continue to be in high demand, and they will be long-lasting job security and job market. So up to like 2030, there's like nearly 10 million STEM workers in the United States, and the job market is only growing. It's innovation. With the STEM program, STEM roles, you will have access to the technology, like incredible equipment or incredible laboratories, because the universities that we covered today as well, they are highly reputable schools, from like public to private. They have state-of-the-art equipment, they have the brightest minded professors that you can work with. It's always interesting to work in the international environment and have access to the latest technologies, like platform to work with the data, analyze the data, for example. Of course, the job, the varieties of job that you can look at with the like a business analytics degree is pretty impressive. I'll show you also potential roles, like responsibilities that you can take with this role. So it could be any industry, from like medicine, pharmaceutical, engineering, business services. So the good thing about the business analytics or like MBA students, there's different, I would say, career roles. For the business analytics students, you are looking specifically, for analytics role to drive the business decisions into the right directions, while MBA students, they typically have ambitious plans to succeed with their career growth, like go above and beyond, like go, with the managerial level, like managing big teams, right? So, and driving the strategies and choosing the right directions for the companies. So positive impact, of course, it will have on your future, will have on your, on your professional development. And I think, it's something that will, again, secure you as a young professional when you go to the right country with many jobs, and the prospects are there for you, and you always be able to find, the job. So a little bit more in depth about the business analytics program. So that's all about the data, statistical analysis, and of course, predictive modeling to help businesses make smooth decisions. So in being a business analyst, it's pretty much, can have any background. You can be a student from a commerce. We have universities that accept 3 years bachelor's, any qualifying undergraduate degree. We had students from, I don't know, physics background here. We had students from history background who are shifting their career, starting to explore and, doing a very deep dive into the business analytics or data management world. So this is all about analyzing business data, identifying trends, patterns, help organizations improve efficiency, optimize their strategies, gain competitive edge, in their industries, in their field. That's why it's applicable anywhere. You can work remotely. You can be a consultant with a couple of projects. So I had a friend who completed her business degree on more like, strategic marketing, but then she didn't really like the job that she was doing, and she was working at the Bosch. It's a German company. I believe it's a German company that produces like different kind of, home appliances, but also other devices. And then she shifted to a business analytics field where she works with the data, she works with the IT team, like a programming team. She worked a little bit with the legislation on the legal aspects of the business unit. So it's quite interesting, and she loves it right now. It's, of course, you need to be, I think, you need to have certain personal skills also to be able to succeed in this role. Of course, if you like mathematics and, statistics, and you are also have interest in the programming languages. But business analytics focuses on practical applications like finance, marketing, operations, customer behavior, improving the customer behavior. And again, the most important, that you will be a person who will help businesses drive their decisions and improving their overall performance, especially after the pandemic. Many companies and businesses are more like into their optimization, efficiency, right? So how can I be successful? How can I grow my business with a minimum cost? Right. So time is money, and the companies like never before. I think this is something that's gonna be a big trend till like 2030, by the time you graduate. So this is a little bit by numbers. And again, I do encourage you to check different, resources. For example, you can refer to the Bureau of Labor Statistics. You can check the Glassdoor or PayScale magazine. And so the business analytics jobs are in top five best jobs in the United States, so by Glassdoor magazine in 2023. The job growth in that field is expected to um, go up like 14% up to like 2030, and the job satisfaction is also not too bad. It's to 4.2 out of 5 is just general from our students, the young professionals, and average salaries, like we talked about this on the first slide, so that the return on the investment is pretty attractive here as well. So it's 80 to $120,000 depending on the roles, responsibilities. And the greatest thing is, of course, that if you don't even have now work experience, it's totally fine. You can go ahead and apply for business analytics, or even for the MBA program. Work experience is not something mandatory, because there are different types of MBAs. Like there is an executive MBA that where the professionals need to have some work experience, but there are MBAs where you don't need to have a work experience. You can apply and you gain that networking skills, connections with the companies, plus you will be able to complete your curricular practical training, which is like your experience during the program. All right, so this is the additional information that gives you some better understanding of the career opportunities for the business analytics graduates. So like, what kind of job can I get? Where can I work? So typically students, again, working as business analyst, business intelligence analyst, consultants. Like I said, a big point here that you can actually work remotely. Maybe you can live I don't know, in Malibu, in California, or in New York City, but then you can work on a couple of projects. It could be, I had a student who had a contract with an Italian company. He was able to work, being in the United States. He was working with the Italian company, during his summertime. So in the a business analytics student, so completing his CPT with them. So supply chain analyst, depending on the specialization, some programs have offers two tracks in business analytics, like supply chain analytics and big data analytics tracks. So product analyst, financial analyst, consultant, supply chain analyst, and then again, the employers market is huge. That's from the technology and software companies, Google, Microsoft, Amazon, IBM, and you can tell us, your dream company, and then we can try to match you with the university that we have in our portfolio today, the universities, so, and show you, if that those universities have partnership with that particular company. If you're dreaming about Microsoft, Amazon, or IBM, here you are. These are the companies, the sectors that recruit students in business analytics field. Consulting firms like KPMG, the Big Four, the Big Five, financial consulting firms, auditing firms also require the business analytics role, like Boston Consulting Group, McKinsey and Company, PricewaterhouseCoopers. Government and public sector always again interested in the analytics skills, analytics specialists. Manufacturing industries as well, like companies like GE, Siemens, 3M, Caterpillar, all also recruit business analytics students, actively students in from business majors in STEM fields. So this is just, a snapshot of what we have in terms of the varieties of schools. So of course, we have fantastic Rutgers University, Camden campus in New Jersey. So it's a flagship university, the largest university in the New Jersey State University system. So it's a great school with approximately 7,000 students, and the average tuition fees for 1 year around $32,364. So it's like around 16,000 per semester. And they have a business analytics program on their list, and I'll show you more details about this program. We also have a fantastic, highly ranked school in Malibu, California. If you watch the Iron Man movie, and if you remember, it's Robert Downey Jr. who was the star in that movie, and he has like a futuristic house, absolutely out of this, world, that was filmed near this university in Malibu, California. You should take a look at the campus. Pepperdine is a truly special school. It's a highly ranked school, top 80, top 100 best in the United States. And Residia Business School offers a STEM designated Master of Science in Business Analytics program. But because this is a highly ranked school, again, the tuition fees will be a bit on a higher end, and the scholarship opportunities will depend on your profile. Your academics is the key here, and we'll talk about the entry requirements as well. So for high achieving students with a breathtaking view looking from the campus at the ocean, and just 1 hour driving distance from Los Angeles, about 2 hour flight from San Francisco, Silicon Valley, the biggest market for the job opportunities in the United States. So Pepperdine, Malibu, California, top 100. And then we have fantastic school, which are like, a budget friendly. So Palm Beach Atlantic University in Florida, average tuition, it's a smaller school, and only like about 3,500 students on campus. But the business analytics program, which is the part of the MBA, so you can choose the Master of Business Administration as your degree, and then do your business analytics specialization, which is STEM designated, and the average tuition portion is only 7,524. So again, this is from like budget-friendly school to like top universities. You have a range here. University of Dayton, you probably heard about the school. It's a well-established, well-known private university, home to aviation, home to like a number of companies and industries in Ohio. 133 best schools in the US, and also the STEM designated program in business analytics with the tuition fees around 25,516. That's for 2 semesters for 1 year. Typically, programs are 1.5 to 2 years in duration. Sometimes you are able to even complete the degree program in like 1 year, but in the US, on the grad level, it all depends on your course load per semester, how many classes you take per semester. So a university that is close to my heart, UMass Boston, the only public research university, part of the prestigious University of Massachusetts system. So 216 best universities in the United States. We have a business administration MBA program with a specialization in business analytics, and business analytics program that is the STEM approved degree. It's the MS, it's a standalone degree, and the UMass Boston also has lots of added benefits to students. You can have access to all 5 campuses in the University of Massachusetts system. We every year we have around like 150 grad students from India coming to study at UMass Boston. So great brand recognition, great retention rate, acceptance rate, some scholarship opportunities with UMass as well. Adelphi University, that's a dream place to be. New York, New York. If you want to go to New York, that's New Jersey, Rutgers, Camden, or Adelphi University, that is in the Garden City, New York, about like an hour from Manhattan. Beautiful place. It's a private institution, 163 in the United States, and business analytics program and MBA program here are both STEM approved. So average tuition fees per year, 28,670. Again, the programs typically are like 3 to 4 semesters in duration. So having said that, you have 6 options here at least, to apply for after this call, and you can work with our fantastic consultants here. EEC team is super knowledgeable about all of this, about all these universities profiles, and you can choose 3 to 5 universities, let's say, to apply for, from again like very affordable. And if you have a certain budget, nothing wrong with that. Just you can speak with the counselor, and then shortlist, for example, Palm Beach Atlantic, University of Dayton, and then also choose like Adelphi or UMass Boston, because though both universities also have scholarship opportunities for high achieving students. Pepperdine University, where also scholarships are available depending on your CGPA, your academics, and letters of recommendation, SOP that you will be provided during the admission process. So Rutgers University Camden, also average tuition fees are, quite affordable, I would say, and this is a good place, very popular location, and it's like largest university in New Jersey. I'll show you again some salaries after graduation, like per country. So if you, for example, completed your business analytics degree and then you've decided to work in the United States, again, average that you might get will be from 65,000, but in certain like areas, certain roles will be even more. In India, again, maybe correct me if I'm wrong, this is the salary that we've identified with the Pay Scale magazine. This is the resource that we were using. So that's the money that you can earn coming back to your home country. And if you go to work in China, I know there might be some also opportunities to work abroad for you when you even graduated from the US. Why not? So the world is your oyster with the US degree because it's recognized everywhere. So let's talk about Rutgers Camden School of Business. So where they call the business analytics degree the degree of the future. So it's the essential, they put business analytics program as an essential program, and the skills that you essential program for your future career opportunities, and the skills that you are getting are the essential skills for the digital world. It's a transformation right now. The world's not going to be the same after the pandemic, and you will need some skills to perform and to be successful in the digital world, of course. So the program is 30 credits. Again, you can look at approximately 3 to 4 semesters to complete the degree. And the focus of this program is on various software programming like Python, SQL, to analyze business data, to utilize those programming languages in your daily, business roles then, and to help companies analyze business data. So this is the program that we offer to international students in person on campus, but there is also an online option that you can explore with the university. The greatest thing about Rutgers Camden is that, again, this is like one of the largest, if not the largest university in New Jersey. It's a part of the state of university in the New Jersey system. The accreditation of the business school is the AACSB accredited, meaning that it's only like 5% of the business school in the entire world fall under this accreditation. It's recognized by the excellence, and it means that it's like a golden standard of the business programs and the business requirements of the industry. So you need to make sure that the school that you go to has this accreditation if it's a business programs. Again, the program for international students, if you're interested in practical experience, then staying back in the US should be in person, but they also offer an online option. And you can complete it, like I said, approximately 18 months. That will be more like comfortable pace for international students, but depending on how many classes you take per semester, it could be even as short as few as the 12-month program, which is pretty intense. I would still suggest maybe take it on the 18-month pace, because then you will be able to do your CPT as well. So fall spring intake, even you can check if the summer option is available, but typically fall and spring intake, these are the two mandatory intakes in the United States. And now we are talking about spring. January intake. Fall is usually the August intake. So GRE and GMAT scores are not required. Fantastic news. All we need is your academics to look at your CGPA. Approximately, again, the business schools in the US looking at something like around 3 out of 4 GPA. But once you submitted your admission documents, the university admission team can do the conversion. And we also do recommend students to submit a good statement of purpose, couple of letters of recommendation, and your CV to state if you have any internships, if you have any work experience, any research publications, and that would be a great addition to your application profile. And also university can see what you've accomplished, and you can be then considered for an any scholarship opportunities as well. So it's usually with the graduate schools, like for example at Rutgers, is that it's a subjective review process. The team here will assist you with the submission of your documents, and then you will be all communicating directly with the university admission on your decision then. All right, so I'll give you some highlights about the Pepperdine Business School as well, because Grazia School of Business, and they're very particular about the pronunciation. I hope I do it right, otherwise I'll be in trouble. And so the university in Malibu, California, 1 hour from Los Angeles, driving distance. So you jump in a car and drive to Los Angeles if you want to have a little escape or explore, a fantastic world of the, of Hollywood. And of course, the industries are there as like very many industries, from like real estate, business services, legal services, engineering services, media services. And again, as the business analytics specialist, there will be a great place for their employment opportunities. So it's a STEM designated program. It's a truly beautiful campus. Just Google it right now if you can. You will see where it is located. The program again could be completed in 1 year, but it all depends, on how many classes you take per semester. It's something that you discuss with your academic advisor, and I always recommend take students a program like within 3 semesters, because that will give you more comfortable time to also complete your some practical experience. So GRE is not required here. The university can accept 3 years bachelor degree, and the minimum GPA here is around 2.8 to like 3.0 out of 4. So you can submit transcripts roughly like 65-70% and above, and then we'll send it to the admission team. We do need a good essay, motivation letter, and good letters of recommendations as well. STEM designated program, the focus here is on the predictive analytics, risk management, optimization modeling, and information technology. So you can choose also like area of your specialization in this program, and again finish it as soon as like 12 to 18 months. So, and then University of Massachusetts, Boston, 216 best universities in the US, public school, well-known school, STEM designated program in business analytics with the project based option. The capstone project is something that is sometimes some program included, and it's usually you do it in your second or third semester with your department, with your faculty, with your professors. So you get like real data, or or ongoing research project that you can be part of. It's credit bearing. Usually you get some credits towards your entire degree program. So business analytics is the 30 credits program, around 18 months in duration. You can choose from the 2 tracks specializations like big data analytics and supply chain analytics. And again, usually our students are even able to find the jobs working like machine learning experts, like data architects, chief data officers with these degrees. And salaries in Boston are pretty high because the university is in Boston, only like half an hour from the campus. It's Cambridge. It's a very famous area with lots of hubs and headquarters or the offices of the international companies like Salesforce, Amazon, Google, Facebook, Meta. So they have offices near the campus, IBM, Amazon as well. So for this program, we can accept 15 years of education, minimum 6.75 CGPA out of 10. And we can submit their GRE or GMAT waiver form, because here it's required, but there is an option also to waive it off if you're not planning to take it, and if you have a very good academic profile, let's say CGPA above like 7.5. And English proficiency test for all universities, you can submit either IELTS or TOEFL. Typically it's IELTS 6.5 or 6.5 to 7, and TOEFL is 90 and above. So for some like highly ranked schools, it could be like close to like TOEFL 100 recommended, and 2 letters of recommendation, personal statement, and your CV is required. So, Adelphi University in New York, New York, we have a great experience from our students here. So, Anmol was our student here, I think, some time back, and he actually, I think it was like a life-changing decision for him. And I'm not quite sure if he was from Delhi or from a different part. Like, I need to check on that, but I just do remember his story. A fantastic story when he chose Adelphi MBA versus like some other schools in Europe. He was considering going somewhere else, but then he met one of our staff members in person, and they talk about this, and he decided to go to Adelphi, and it changed his life. He got like very excited internship opportunities, and then like graduate employment as well. So the program here, MBA program, is 36 credit program, and you can choose specialization in business analytics here, which will be STEM approved, for example. But the degree here will be not the MS in business analytics, which is specifically, precisely about the four elective subjects in the analytics track. Here, you can choose your specialization in business analytics, but also have an opportunity to study and learn something from finance or HR management or IT management, marketing, supply chain management. So MBA degree covers all aspects and all areas of functions in the big organizations. So you will get to know things from the financial operations to like, logistics, HR management, strategy, and marketing. And again, it's a STEM designated program right now, approximately like 3 to 4 semesters program, STEM designated, no GRE or GMAT is required. Any undergraduate degree can be accepted, except for the accountant. Accountant specialization requires some prior education in the related relative field, and no work experience is required for this program. Here is the option for you. If you are not sure, if you don't want to go with the MS option, but looking for the STEM designated like master's degree, business degree, MBA is an option for you here. And again, these are the more that's precisely about the business analytics, which is also Adelphi has a standalone MS degree in business analytics and MBA program. GRE is not required, so both are like STEM designated, and you can the reason I included the course catalog here is like, that you go onto the website and see the program curriculum, program structure, because the best way to understand what program is best for me is go through the course, go through the subjects, and then you will understand. For example, in business analytics programs, MS, the biggest portion of the courses, the core subjects will be related to like database management, supply chain, and data analytics, while with the MBA you have aspects of all from all different areas. Depends on what you want to do. If you want to be a business analytics architect or specialist, so business analytics good for you. If you are still like looking maybe for wider roles within like a business field sector, managerial roles as well, MBA could be a great option for you. Oh, with that, I'll just say I'll just stop here, and I'll open that for your questions. I've stopped sharing my screen, and I'm happy to answer your questions then. If you can share your profiles with us, that would be super great, super helpful. I also have my wonderful colleague Nyari with me here. She's our in-country representative, and whenever I'm not there, so Nyari is always there for you, and I can be, here virtually, or I hope I can still, I will have an opportunity, I hope in the near future, very soon to
We
come.
know, Julia, you're always very helpful, replying in the midnight as well. So really appreciate your help. It's equivalent to like be present personally.
I appreciate it, Jim. Thank you very much. And again, it's always a pleasure
Yes,
to have
Tim,
you.
Tim, I have posted one format in the chat box. If you have like students currently present in the classroom and want to know in which option they can fit in for business analytics, we are here to help you out. give us some idea in the format, and we'll tell you the university for which he would be eligible to. I'm right, Julia? Anything else which we need to add on?
I think this is perfect. Yeah, I think exactly. That just, you can mention your if you already shortlisted a school, any university, you can let us know as well. If not, if it's not here today, the team, EEC team can check, and then they will let you know. They might have it in their portfolio because, like myself and Yari, we have certain, universities with us. It's limited because in the US there are so many schools. It's like we're talking like thousands of universities, not hundreds, but thousands of universities. But what we need to know typically is the CGPA because that's important. It's important for the admission, so we can give you an options where you can apply. It's important for the scholarship opportunities because some universities will determine it during the admission process. Others, you've been admitted, you can confirm the scholarships you're eligible for. So that's again a very important aspect, your academics, Then backlog criteria, some universities might have, like for
They have,
example,
some might not have, yeah.
yeah, so of course, like, Adelphi, I think not more than 12 backlogs, but others universities might have, like UMass Boston doesn't have limit on backlogs, for example. Years of education, 15 years or 16 years of education, because some schools might just say, we need 16 years of education, but we do have universities, like I mentioned today, it's Pepperdine, it's University of Dayton, UMass Boston, Adelphi University. They can all accept 15 years of education. IELTS, TOEFL score, these are the preferred exams. So some universities also approve Duolingo for the time being, but Duolingo, it's a bit tricky with the test because it might be a temporarily, but we always suggest you take IELTS or TOEFL, and depending on the scores that you received in your examination, we can also guide you on the university option. GRE, GMAT, if taken, correct? So it's not mandatory these days for these schools that we presented today. It's mainly not required. Some schools like UMass Boston has a GRE GMAT waiver form. But if you are planning to take it, go for it. And competitive GRE and GMAT scores always help with the student's profile. I know that also it might be helpful for you in the future if you're looking for some opportunities to work with the professors, like assistantships maybe. So GRE score, a competitive score, like 315, 320, above 306, so could be a good addition to your profile.
Yeah, so even if you don't want to write on the chat box, some students sitting here can like come up to the mic and speak up,
Yes,
and
so
we can help
let's
you
have
out.
an interactive session, as Niyati ma'am correctly said. Why don't we have some of the counselors discuss the cases, or you can unmute yourself and ask your questions, whatever you want to ask, and we are happy to help you.
Absolutely. Don't be shy. Just, take your time. And what I can do then for the time being, I can send you all the university's course curriculum here so that you can start taking a look, and then, it will give you, I think, then a better understanding of, what subjects you'll be taking, because they have a very good, course structure breakdown on their website. So I'm just making sure I'm sharing it with all of you.
I have a question for Julia.
Sure.
So, Julia, we hear that University of South Carolina, one of your universities, has very good success rate with visa. Can you tell us a little bit about the master's courses available at this university and the admission requirements?
Okay. Julia, are you picking up or should I pitch in?
Yeah, sure. Nyari, go ahead.
Yes, please, Niyati, if you'd like to answer. Anyone.
Yeah. Just give me 2 minutes. I'll brief you about the courses which are available.
So we don't have the business graduate programs.
Exactly. That's why.
That's why we didn't include it in today's session. South Carolina, it's a great school, and the business programs are highly ranked there. Like, it's on undergraduate level, if I'm not mistaken, it's #1 in the United States.
Exactly.
But
Agreed.
we only have, certain programs on the ground.
From
Play the video. So we only have a certain programs on the grad level with the South Carolina. It's in Columbia. It's 124 best universities in the United States. Approximately tuition fees per year, like $30,000, $260 per 2 semesters. But in terms of, again, the programs that are available, it won't be like business analytics or the MBA program, unfortunately, at the moment. So because we don't have partnership with those. We have the College of Engineering and Computing, Public Health program, Art and Sciences, and Hospitality and Retail and Sport Management program at the moment.
So we have like Julia, if you know, correct me if I'm wrong, we have #2 best in US, the course under the management section, and that is hospitality management. It's like not MBA or the business analytics in particular, but yeah, we do have international hospitality and tourism management, and which is very, very high ranked in US, and very good success, visa success. No, like not to mention that. But yeah, under the management section, this would be the preferred course if a student have a background from hospitality and tourism management. And we do have sports and entertainment management as another management course, but yeah, nothing related to business analytics and a general MBA as of now, as Julia correctly mentioned.
Yeah, if we're talking about the STEM designated program at South Carolina, I can tell you, that we have a College of Molinaroli College of Engineering and Computing, and the STEM designated program in aerospace, biomedical engineering, civil, electrical, mechanical engineering. So then it's the Arnold School of Public Health, where we have exercise science, STEM designated, environmental health sciences, STEM designated programs. College of Art and Sciences is criminology and criminal justice, and then College of Hospitality and Retail and Sports Management, where we have international hospitality, sports and entertainment management, but they're not STEM designated program. If anyone is keen on like hospitality, entertainment management, so these programs are fantastic to study here in South Carolina because it's a great university, #1 for business in the US and number 25 in the world for the hospitality and tourism management programs.
Thank you. So students or counselors, if you have any questions, आपके कोई भी सवाल है तो आप प्लीज पूछिए यहाँ नियति मैडम या जूलिया मैडम आंसर.
So we have a profile here which has been sent right now. This is for Radhika. She's interested for a bachelor's program.
Have a look. That's wonderful. And Radhika, do you want to unmute yourself or tell us about program level bachelor's program interested in bachelor's in aeronautical engineering? That's awesome. Let's see what you have. 7 CGPA, backlog 0, 6 on IELTS. Okay, sounds great. So 6 on IELTS, we need to check that if the university accepts 6, so we can see if there is any option for maybe Duolingo exam, because some universities require a bit of a higher IELTS for the undergraduate admission. So let us check. Give us a moment. Aeronautical engineering, it's not something that I had within my universities, but definitely with Niati we will check and let you know. Let's just give us a moment.
Julia, sorry to interrupt. Team, there is one humble request. If there is a profile with a background of business, and if we can discuss masters in business analytics and MBA today, it would be appreciated. For other profiles, I'm here always anytime to help you out with the suitable options. Madhav sir, am I okay with this?
Yes, of course, ma'am. Of course.
Well, let's see. Okay, there's another message. Six CGPA, Duolingo 105. We can work with this profile, I think. STEM designated courses, business analytics, STEM management courses, degree 12 plus 3, 15 years of education. Yeah. Maybe we can look at the Delphi University. We can look at Dayton as well. Even like, we can try to see if there is a maybe Palm Beach University as well. Submit that application. So for the students who is looking for the engineering program, there is a great aerospace engineering program at the University of South Carolina. If you want to take a look, the Radica. I'll just send it to you. So let's see.